We are Cory and Wallace, an early retired couple on a full-time journey around the world. With a passion for exploring new cultures, discovering hidden gems, and enjoying delicious local food, we are on a mission to experience as much of the world as we can.
Good morning from Bucharest, Romania.
If you've been following our adventures, we have been here in Bucharest for a couple of weeks now. Haven't gotten up to much, but today we are going to go explore something that should be fairly unique. It is called Therme Bucharest, and it is Europe's largest thermal spa.
Apparently it's the number one thing to do here.
So we're gonna go check that out today. We are waiting for our Uber, and it should be about a 30 or 40 minute drive to get there. It is possible to get there by public transportation, but based on where we're staying, it would take 2 metro lines and 2 separate buses to get there, and we decided we didn't want to go through that much hassle, so Uber it is.
And we're kind of questioning our wisdom of going during the hot season, because it is pretty warm out, because it is heated by hot springs, but we're only here for so long, so we're gonna go. It's one of the cooler days, so we're gonna try to take advantage of it.
What did happen to the last 10? I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs.
We are in the spa now, and this place is absolutely massive. You can buy tickets at the door. There's lineups for cash. There's a lineup for card payments. There's a lineup for online tickets that you're redeeming the voucher for. You can also use the self ticket purchase machines at the door. Then you go in, they give you these wristbands, which basically control everything. So once you come in, it is cashless. Your credit card is basically going to be charged at the end of the day for any purchases on your wristband. So you do have to be careful, because it's easy to just tap it away and buy too much. You do get lockers included as part of your admission as well, which is nice.
Towel rentals, I was a little disappointed. It was
29 lei.
29 lei a towel, but the problem is once it gets wet, you don't have the option to swap it out for a new one. You have to pay for a new one, which, I don't know, for the price that you're paying, it seems ridiculously overpriced. And then a robe as well, if you wanted a robe, was
279 lei, which seems really, really expensive. So we opted not to do that. You do need a towel though, because if you want to go into any of the saunas, you do have to sit on a towel. You can't just go into a sauna in your bathing suit and sit like that. So I guess as we're mentioning that, there are 3 things that are absolutely mandatory when you come here. Bathing suit, obviously, towel, and flip-flops, slippers, and they can't be street shoes. They can't be ones you've worn out, from outside. They do have to be clean. So we luckily still have our water shoes that we carry with us everywhere, and that's going to come in handy today. There are 3 areas within the spa and varying price points. So there's the Galaxy, the Palm, and the Elysium sections. Galaxy is basically an all ages area, and it's basically a water park. There's a wave pool, there's 16 water slides, there's indoor and outdoor pool areas, and all ages are welcome there. Once you get to the Palm and the Elysium, it's, I believe, ages 16 and up, I believe, or 14 and up, I can't remember. But basically it's an adults area. It's the more relaxing side, so there's thermal pools, jacuzzis, that sort of thing, as well as massage beds, vitamin bar, restaurants, all sorts of stuff here that we're gonna go explore later. And the last area is the Elysium, which is where all the fancy spa things are. There's all sorts of different saunas at varying different temperatures and different experiences like that. So we are definitely gonna go check those out later.
And they do have a schedule of different experiences and stuff. We'll see how much we get up to. Unfortunately, we're not able to film on the GoPro phones are allowed, but not the GoPros, so we won't be able to film everything. We're not going to carry our phones with us, so we apologize about that. But at the end, we'll just kind of wrap up what we did and kind of like our experiences.
Yeah. Now, as far as price point, like I said, there's the 3 different areas. You can pay for just the Galaxy, or you can do the Palm and the Galaxy, or you can do the Elysium, which includes the Palm and the Galaxy as well. And then within each of those 3 categories, there's a 3-hour ticket, a 4.5-hour ticket, or an all-day ticket. So we've chosen to go with the Elysium, which includes everything, and we just went with the all-day just to have lots of time here to enjoy ourselves today.
Yeah, and today is the first day of school, so we kind of chose it because we figured most people are going back to work or kids are going to school, so we have a better chance of it being a little bit quieter here. I mean,
it's not
judging
packed
by the amount of chairs that they have out and like the expectation, I'm going to say we have a quiet day.
Yeah, it's definitely not jam-packed in here, but it's still not quiet. There's a lot of people here for Monday morning in early September.
So first impressions, we are currently in the Palm area. We are outside on the beach, I guess, for lack of a better term. It reminds me of an all-inclusive where they have the pool, they have the music going, and then they have like lounge chairs everywhere. They've got volleyball nets over there if you want to get active. And yeah, that's my first impression.
Yeah, that sounds pretty accurate.
Life lessons come 1 in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing.
Looks like we found the swim up bar area.
Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't
We are now in the Galaxy area, which, as you can tell, is just a big water park. There's a wave pool behind us, which currently doesn't have waves in it, and then you can see the water slides in the background as well, which should be a lot of fun today. We've just come outside at the Galaxy area, and just like over at the Palm, there's lots of seating, umbrellas. There's this like artificial, I guess, lagoon or pond area here. Lots of lounge chairs. And then there is also a pool here, and the pools here are kind of cool. Both here and at the Palm area, it's indoor and outdoor, and you can see there's basically revolving doors within the pool that you can go in and out. And the Galaxy area also has a restaurant. Actually, I think this might be, actually no, this is not the main restaurant. This is just one of the smaller restaurants here. And it's still early, so pretty quiet in here at the moment. Some steam baths here. Very steamy. Definitely don't want to go in there with the camera. And over here, there's some hydro massage beds. These you have to pay, and again, you just tap your little wristband, and I think it just uses water jets to massage you. So you got these infrared heat lamps that you can lay under. I'm sure there's some sort of health benefit to it, but I have no idea what that would be. And over at this end, we've got, looks like a coffee bar and another small pool here, surrounded by trees.
We are currently up at the Elysium area, and there's a bunch of saunas, and the saunas have crazy temperatures. For example, one of them was 45 degrees, the other was 90 degrees, and that's Celsius. So unfortunately, we can't actually film any of the saunas. So what I'll do is I'll just scan over them. There's just too many people, and they're all in bathing suits and stuff. We just want to be respectful.
Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen.
We found an empty sauna, so we can actually show you what one of them is. This one is 70 degrees Celsius. Come on in.
Get something from nothing. Life changes, just open the door. One thing certain, I'll always
It's hot. Technically, we're supposed to have towels on to sit in here, so we're not actually staying at the moment. Just want to show you this. Looks like we're in a nice quiet part of the spa right now. I don't know. Okay, I think that more or less gives you an overview of what to expect here at Therme Bucharest. It is not quite what I would call a spa per se. It doesn't have those peaceful spa vibes. I would equate it more with a water park.
I would agree with that. There's probably sections where it's a little bit more peaceful. Like over here is less quiet, less people. That might just be the day. But yeah, this seems like a place where the kids can come along with the parents. The parents can ditch the kids and go off and do more adult-related stuff and allow the kids to have like a blast. So I would call this place more of a destination than a spa.
Yeah, it is obviously very popular, and with good reason. It looks pretty cool. There's a lot to see and do here. Again, unfortunately, we can't show you guys everything because you're not allowed to film in the saunas and in the, I think the steam rooms all have signs that say no photography allowed, which I get it. There's people in there, in their bathing suits trying to relax, so that's totally understandable. Also, we can't unfortunately bring the camera with us on any of the water slides, so we can't really show you those, unfortunately. There's also, I think, 3 or 4 restaurants here, so we'll show you maybe one of those when it comes towards lunchtime. But for now, I think we're gonna go put the phone away and go have some fun.
Yep.
8 hours later.
Many hours later.
Many. It's well after 8 p.m. now. We got here at, I think, 10:40 in the morning. So clearly we didn't film a lot during the day. It was just difficult. It was crowded. There was lots of areas where you couldn't have a camera. Mm-hmm. What else did we get up to?
We spent most of our time in the Galaxy. We were on so many slides. We did go up to the Elysium.
Yeah.
And did some of the saunas, but honestly, we just enjoy slides. It just was our jam more. So.
Now, if you like saunas, there were lots of them, and they varied in temperature from 45 Celsius up to 90 Celsius. So you had a good range. And they do programs throughout the day where there's set times at set, spas where they do like special, wafting of incense or, like some sort of special thing. We just never ended up, getting around to it, and sometimes those can get really crowded and busy. People will show up early to queue for those, and we honestly can't spend that much time in a sauna.
So there's 2 things to note. You're not able to wear anything on the slides. So if you go up there with jewelry or watches or anything, they're going to make you take it off. But another note of that is that they don't have a lot of clocks around. So unless you happen to have your phone on you, which you can't bring it into the pool and stuff, so you're not going to have it with you all the time, it's really hard to know the time there.
Yeah, there weren't too many clocks in public
spaces that were easily visible. But regardless, you know what? I'm glad we did it. I'm glad we paid extra and did the Elysium and had access to the whole facility. The saunas, the ones we did go into were nice. They were really relaxing, like nice and quiet. We were in one of the bigger, newer ones. Also, the best restaurant on site, Mango Tree, is a Thai restaurant, and that is in the Elysium section. So if you are only paying to go to the Galaxy or the Palm, you can't get into that one. When we did have our lunch up there, there is a couple other restaurants that are accessible in the Palm and in the Galaxy areas, but those are more casual, quick service, cafeteria style, whereas the Mango Tree restaurant was actually like sit down. Wasn't overly expensive, and honestly, the food was better than I would have expected for where we are today.
Yeah, and as far as gluten-free, I looked at like the menus down in like the regular area. There wasn't a whole lot of options. The Mango Tree, at least, they had like a real restaurant with servers, so they were able to make alterations to a few of the dishes so that I had more options.
Now, while there weren't too many options, the one thing I will note is they're very good at labeling allergens on all the menu items, so that was nice to see. I think that's pretty common though, over here in Europe. So yeah, all in all though, we had a great day. We spent a lot of it water sliding, we were soaking in the mineral pools, we were in the steam rooms, in the saunas, swimming in the pool again, inside and outside, watch sunset out there. It was a great day. I'm glad we came.
Yeah, if you're in Bucharest, 100% put this on your agenda. I highly recommend the whole day because I feel like 4.5 hours, that's the mid-range, is just a little too rushed if you really want to like take it in and enjoy, because you're going to be waiting in line a lot for a lot of things, and the lines are 15 to 20 minutes each, so that really does add up.
Yeah, like some of those water slide lines took a while.
Or even like any of the things that you want to do with like the programs, if you're in the saunas and stuff, you do have to, we watched a video and you do have to wait like 20 minutes beforehand to be in line just to like experience it. So that's part of the reason we didn't bother.
Yeah, no, we wouldn't survive that long in a sauna. The only thing I will finally note is if you are coming here expecting peaceful, serene spa day, no, that is not what you're getting. It's crowded, it's loud, and it was said in another video that we watched, but it holds true. There's no spa etiquette here. People will be having full-on, full volume conversations in the steam rooms and the saunas while you're trying to, be in there and trying to have some peace and quiet. So don't expect that. This is more of a water park.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's pretty much it. Yeah, it was a lot of fun though. So thanks very much for joining us here at Therme Bucharest. If you like this video, please thumbs up, give us a like, and make sure you subscribe.
And join us in our other videos for more adventures. Until then, stay curious and keep exploring.